hit the subscribe button, the red button, underneath this video over to the right, and that'll sign you up on my YouTube channel. And then you can hit the small bell icon, so a little bell will go off and tell you each time I've started to broadcast a new one. I hope you enjoy it. As Biden fades, the fight for second place in the Democratic primary has sharpened into a fight between Bernie Sanders and Elizabeth Warren. In the past 2 weeks, Sanders has dropped in the Real Clear Politics polling from 17% to 15%, while Warren has moved up from 9 to 12. One goes up, the other goes down. And the contrast between them is fascinating. They're opposite styles. Bernie is pushing ideas, philosophy, socialism, classical economics, whereas Warren is pushing programs, Medicare for all, student debt forgiveness, reform of the bankruptcy laws, all kinds of free college, all kinds of very specific programs, some of which Sanders invented and brought into the scene 4 years ago, but now they've become Warren's issues. It's a little bit like the contrast that Felix Rohatyn drew when he was the ambassador to France during the Clinton administration. He said, and I think this is classic, the French prefer ideas to facts, and Americans prefer facts to ideas. So in France, if it works, it's not necessarily the right thing. Is it in the tradition of Marxism or in the tradition of capitalism? Where does this fact lead? The idea, the philosophy, the ideology is more important than the facts. Whereas in the US, we don't care about the ideology or any of that. If it works, go ahead and do it, and if it still works, do more of it. And Warren is really embodying the American approach, whereas Sanders seems to be moving more toward the French approach of coming out with ideas as opposed to policies. The fact of the matter is that socialism is a major turnoff. Even though it polls not badly, it certainly isn't good. And by characterizing your ideas under that label, and characterizing them in terms of class warfare and stuff, and by focusing endlessly on the top 1% and polarizing America like that, Sanders is doing something that really is not in the tradition of our politics. Whereas Warren is doing something very much in our tradition, which is carving the pie to give a bigger slice to certain people. Not because you hate the others, but because you want to do good things for the people you're rewarding with the pie. For students who are burdened by debt and by college costs, for people who are burdened by health care expenditures and threatened by the loss of their jobs and stuff of that sort. So Warren is coming up with practical solutions, and Bernie with woolly ideas. And I think you're seeing the contrast between them now. I think Warren will continue to move up. And at this point, I think if Biden continues to drop and Sanders doesn't change his ways, you could see Warren emerge, at least for a while, as the front runner. Thanks for watching.